What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those catching the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. When we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So, a couple cool things to look at on iFragrance. Got some more cool stuff coming in a few days. I was asked to not say the names of the fragrances yet, but we'll be doing this again in a few more days. It's cool shit coming. More 2025 starting off hot. We're not there yet. We're a couple weeks out, but they got to try to top 2024 with releases, right? They're going to be starting hot, guys. I can't wait to talk about the next ones. And the ones we're talking about today, just two in the thumbnail. Apex O Intense. Count me the hell in. Oh, that. I haven't looked at the notes, but the bottle. Have you seen the thumbnail? The bottle looks amazing. And then a Strong With You flanker. Strong With You Parfum. I mean, I have them all for a reason. The only ones I don't have are the limited edition, special edition bottles. It's just the original in a different print on the bottle. But I love the Strong With You line. I talked about Strong With You leather this morning. We'll be looking at a few things on iFragrance. We'll be doing a split screen. If you're not following them on Instagram, you're missing out. You're missing out. That's usually how you're going to find out about stuff first. So as far as what I'm wearing, speaking of this morning's video, I smell too good today. Gentleman Reserve Privé, booze, creamy, balmy, sweet, resinous, powdered iris, just not fair. Not fair. Wife was sitting on my lap earlier, hugging on me, sniffing on me. It was great. I mean, that's just great because I love my wife first and foremost, but the sniffing on the neck because I smell so good, that's entertainment for me as a perfume lover and reviewer, right? If nothing else, it's so freaking good. And speaking of this morning's video, I haven't worn this in a while. So tomorrow, we're going Night Vision EDP. I meant what I said, guys. This is an absolute banger. I do believe of the flankers, it's number 2. Over the Extreme, I said it. I've said it for years, but it's so good. This is releases like this are why I said they never disappointed me up until they made dark leather, which isn't bad. It's just not as good as it could have been. So let's get caught up in the chat. And then we'll do our split screen around 10, 15 minutes in, something like that. CH Men Privé. I haven't worn that in a long time. Great choice. Neil, good to see you. Gravitas Pour On by Naughton and Wilson. I look forward to seeing how they change up Apex and Strong With You. I'm curious about what can they really do different with Strong With You to make it a parfum. If they just make it a much richer, thicker, heavier, fuller original. That's what a true parfum would be. That would be great. I think that would be perfection if they would do that, but I don't know. We'll see. Literally just make it as full-bodied and thick as they can, the original profile. They've twisted it where it still ties to the original a bunch of times, so like they don't need to do that if they're going to call it parfum. Might as well just make it a true parfum version. Like Myself Le Parfum, like Nico Sculpture Parfum. They're like just cranked up the oil. And nuance is going to change, like olfactive characteristics change, but the profile doesn't. Like how Myself Le Parfum is sweeter, but it's still the same fragrance. Nico Sculpture Parfum, it's thicker, but the profile's exact. Just smells like a higher oil concentration. It just wears heavier. So I hope that's what they do. We'll get an idea and get a sense of it a little bit. We got 90 people in the first 4 minutes. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up on the way in. It does help. Overture Man. Tear saddens me. That's one the wife hates, legitimately hates. I can't wear that around her. I think it's amazing. Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud Azrak, never tried. It's a really nice take on honey oud. You know what's an even better take on honey oud? Honey oud. And it's not crazy expensive. Fragrances like that, you'll never hear me say, get the clone. Won't happen. Will not happen. The Swiss Arabian could be $20. Spend the 75 and get honey oud. I'm sure you're enjoying it. I'm not saying it's not a good fragrance. I've never smelled it. I probably never will smell it because honey oud. That's some of Pierre Montal's best work ever, in my opinion. It's not expensive, very affordable. Wearing Manhattan, very elegant, floral tobacco. Testing Precious Treasure on my wrist. Smells great so far. That does. Strong With You Intensely. I did see your post on IG. Good to see you, sir. Manny, always a pleasure. Detour Echo, the Haltane clone. All right, never tried that. Chad, good to see you, sir. Yeoman Law Tobacco Nights. I'm assuming that you meant to put, I feel like. I got to try Naxos, though, because it feels like it could be a little darker for my taste. I wouldn't call Naxos a dark fragrance. I will say with full confidence, without ever having smelled the Yeoman Law, that Naxos is going to be a better fragrance because it's the original in its niche. They never capture the magic, guys. I don't just mean Yeoman Law. I mean the clones. I'm sure it's a really good take. I'm sure it's almost Naxos, just like most others are. You know me, I appreciate the clones. There's twists that I prefer over carbon copies, like when there's a different nuance to make it a little different. I prefer that. But there's rare examples where I would say just get the clone, Liquid Broom. I would say just get the clone. But outside of that, most of the time you're going to hear me say, yeah, the original's better. And I don't even need to try that to tell you, yeah, the original's better. Teriyaki Intense, I've heard good things. I might have to just bite the bullet and buy the damn thing. Aqua Essenziale Blue. I guess off live stream clap. Great choice, Antonio. Strong With You EDT, the original. Sin of the Night, Valentino Uomo 2021. I need to get it. I need to get it. There's so few that I'm missing. Noir Absolute or whatever, Absolute Noir. That one's going to be hard to get. That's like high priced. I probably will never get that one unless I can just stumble across a decent price. Good to see you, Sir Clive. Christian Woody Leather. I've never tried that one specifically, but I bet it's phenomenal coming from them. Austin, good to see you, sir. Herod and Carter Linval on Herod plus Carter Linval on top of Herod as a freshen up at lunchtime, smelling great. Herod plus fresh honey violet. I bet you do smell good, sir. Dragons. Looks like he went with, let's scroll up, the All-Star tier. So you will be eligible for 4 spins for the next live stream, members live stream, which will be first week of January, December's live stream. Main prize currently, which I think Amen Phantasm 100 ml is still winning the vote. Let me check real quick. It's been 2 days since I looked at the vote. Because probably in the next 2 or 3 days, I'll go ahead and buy the fragrances. Xerjoff Decas was winning far and wide for the niche tier. Yeah, so we got still some people could vote. We got 40 votes. There's like 60 plus people that are eligible to vote for the designer for All-Star tier. So any of you All-Star tier or better members, go vote. Because LeBeau Paradise Garden is not a super close second. Serge Lieutenant Ombre Sultan's in third. Scandal Absolute's in fourth. But yeah, Mugler Amen Phantasm 100 ml, 40% of the vote so far. So out of 40 votes. Again, there's like 24, 26, 27 people that have yet to vote. So get your votes in. We got about 10 people that are left to vote on the Hall of Fame tier, but whole Decas is running away with that. We got 16 votes. There's still like another 10 or 11, maybe even 12 people, I think, that could vote on that, but it's got 75% of the vote. That's going to win. Like every vote moving forward would have to be like Godolphin or Leather Tobacco, which are both tied at 13%. Tiziana Terenzi, fun fact, Orion has 0 votes. I threw that in there just to see. Nobody's interested, so I won't throw that one back in the future. But yeah, Xerjoff Decas, 100 ml, 75% of the vote. So total, if you're Hall of Fame tier or better, you're eligible for 7 spins again this month, just like last month. But welcome, sir. Mint Meek Passion. So I only have the Flight Club one and Flight Mode. Sorry, Flight Club. Got J's in my head apparently. And Sin of the Night Dolce Diablo. Super excited for Strong With You Parfum. I'm curious to check it out too. I mean, I'm going to buy it no matter what. I buy every single one. Just like every Spice Bomb. Like I'm hoping we get a blue Spice Bomb this time around, but it's probably going to be a Parfum or Elixir. I'm going to buy that and I'm sure I'll enjoy that. Luna Rosa Ocean. Probably Luna Rosa Parfum. Did I miss something? Oh, Prada Ocean. Okay, it's just the way you flip the words around and it confused me. Prada Luna Rosa Ocean Le Parfum. Okay. I got confused for a moment. My apologies. Great fragrance, though. Excellent choice. Yeah, I'm going to wear it tomorrow myself. Never tried that one. Saga, good to see you. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. Excellent choice. I've heard good things. We have never tried it. She's never tried it. I've never smelled it on her. When I say we have never tried, that's me trying it, is if she gets it and sprays it on. Great choice for sure. So guys, I'm going to skip down a little bit because I think it's time to Christine's World. Welcome. Good to see you. What's up, Ryan? Wearing Precious Treasure. Newt, always a pleasure. Van Cleef and Arpels Bois d'Or. Evening Mystique this evening. Excellent choice. Justin, good to see you, sir. Strong With You Intensely, just like Joel. Matching. All right. Aqua 2024 from Michael. Guys, I'm trying to skip down. Dan, not the man wearing Sacred Flame. Great choice. So I decluttered a lot. Like, it's just this little section. That's right. It was all the way out here and all the way where the tree is. But Sharon's Veil and Sacred Flame are still right there. And got some Gria hiding over here because all of these are still going to make it in the rotation. Some good stuff right there. Kara, good to see you. Boss Bottled Absolute. Had to get a decant of that one. It's really good. Cinnamon Night Chrome Pure. Double whammy right there. Luis, here we go. Let's see what you got. Today's warm, so wanted something fruity and fun. Torino 21 and Coco Loco. Impressive 1-2 punch as per usual. Charm City, good to see you, sir. Damascus #1 from Gentleman's Knot. All right. Mr. Sean Clark wearing Evening Mystique. Chapel Bill season Go Hills. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? I went looking at the gear the day he got announced as the coach, and because I shared it. I know you saw it on my Instagram stories. I shared it, and it was like nothing I really saw that it was like I need to buy. Like, I still got plenty of gear. It's not like with the Saints where I'm buying limited stuff every year, the annual releases. I get a couple things Tar Heels every year. I guess I'll just wait to see what the new shit is for next season. But yeah, let's see what you got, Bill. Turn Tar Heels around because we've been sucking for years. Some good talent comes out. It's funny, Drake May went to the Patriots, and then here comes Bill Belichick to the Tar Heels. Funny how that went, right? But yeah. Dig in the background. Well, thank you, Spencer. I sure appreciate that. Caron Pour Homme. You see, Creed has to. Yeah, they're re-releasing that. According to Chris from Fragmental, it's identical. I did see his video on it. It's identical. They're re-releasing original Santal, original Vetiver, like believe Millesime Imperial as well. Like, they're all just getting new bottles. They haven't changed any formulas from what I can tell. So I'm skipping on down. I'm way behind. Holy shit. Because I want to go ahead and get into. So I apologize that I'm skipping a lot of comments, guys. I apologize. Yeah, it's got a dedicated iris note where it was kind of smelled like Dior Homme. I have the old version with hazelnut, the original Valentino Uomo. So I'm catching some on the way down. Randy, good to see you, sir. Getting ready for the holidays, wearing Loewe 7 Cobalt, beautiful blue. I think better than BDC EDP. That rolled off the tongue rather quickly, right? BDC EDP. Try that 10 times fast. 3 times fast seems like it'd be all right, though. BDC EDP, BDC EDP, BDC EDP. It worked out. Not the tongue twister you may think. All right, we're skipping down. So I apologize. Is in fourth for what? I missed a bunch of stuff. Decus is beautiful. Absolutely. So I'm buying a bottle too. I got it in my cart. I got 2 bottles in the cart. I looked at it as like iris and sweet and floral. I was like, no wonder everybody's voting for it. I'm going to get me a bottle too. So I'm buying 2 bottles. Happy holidays to you as well, Sean. Legend Men by Arabian Oud. Never tried. Blackberry Saffron Oud Must Sandalwood. That sounds good. Blackberry Saffron. That alone sounds good to me. So we're skipping down. I apologize. So this gentleman won that bottle of Creed Viking Cologne on the member stream. Love this stuff. Thanks again. Classic Masculine Scent. It's quality shit, man. Ripping like a members only Discord. No, because I don't have the time to keep up with it. A bunch of people have asked this year. This year specifically, I've been asked many times about doing a Discord for you guys. I just don't have the time to keep up with it. I'm always trying to move food around to make more room on the plate, and I just don't see having room for that on the plate. So I'm gonna skip that course. If you look at everything as food on a plate, I'm gonna skip that course. I apologize. I know you guys would enjoy it, but I just don't have the time to monitor something like that. You know, I'm busier than you may think. I promise I am. Victory Elixir or Boss Descent Magnetic. So instead of telling you all about them, you could just watch my reviews on them. I have individual full reviews on both. Andreas, my man, anytime you're curious, you don't have to wait for a live stream. You just type in TLTG and the name of that fragrance, and I'll be damned. I got a video waiting for you. That's what I do. I make videos on fragrances, and boy, is that a treat for you if you're looking for a video and opinion on a fragrance from me, right? Hope you enjoyed that. I know he does. That's one of the opinions I've heard, that he's a big fan of Decas. Forgot who else. Who else not long ago was like, oh man, Decas, you would love it. I can't remember who the hell it was. Dedrick was one of them. Trying to remember. That is good. A sample a while back. I'm just going to buy it based on the members voting on it and then seeing the note break. I was like, let me go see what it's about. I've never looked at it. And I looked at the notes and I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I'm going to get a bottle too. So with that said, let's dive into this. They already have an article up even on it. So I guess they're rather excited. It was rolling. Let's look at Strong With You Parfum. Again, this is iFragranceofficial.com. I would strongly suggest following it at iFragrance on Instagram. That's where you get these info drops right away. Pink pepper, mandarin, sage, lavender, chestnut accord. God, gotta have the chestnut accord, and vanilla. So I'm assuming it's going to be heavier because they're marketing it a parfum. Is it a true parfum? I don't know. They're not going to give us the oil concentration. True parfums, 25% or better. A lot of these designer parfums market Parfum and Le Parfum and all that other stuff when they're really like high-level EDPs, like 20, 22%. A lot of them, like Tom Ford even, Tom Ford Ombre Leather Parfum, that's actually not 25% or better. I think it's like 22, something like that, or 20. Bleu de Chanel Parfum, that's actually not 25%. Sauvage, not 25%. Y Le Parfum, not 25%. So it's a marketing thing. It's close enough, you know, because they do raise the oil concentration to where it's noticeably a higher oil concentration. So my thing here is, the interesting part is they put leather as one of the main accords, and there's nothing leather about these notes. No saffron, no labdanum, no straight up leather accord. Why is the olfactive chart showing leather, aromatic, amber, spicy? Amber, I believe, even without that, they usually are warm and ambery. Aromatic, I mean, loads of it. Pink pepper, sage, and lavender, all aromatic notes. Pink pepper, typically a sweet pepper, so you get a little spice, you get a little sweet, you get a little aromatic accord without being soapy. Sometimes the balance is a little, it depends on what it's blended and balanced with. You might get a little more sweet, you might get a little more spice, you might get a little bit of fresh. So I'm excited seeing pink pepper in the top, though. That gives promise for like this bright, sweet spice, because it is a sweet, spicy DNA. Ambery, sweet, spicy, and chestnut. That's the main things you get across the entire line. Vanilla, there's your sweet, your typical sweet, unless you got intensely with the toffee note. Oh, kind of made me start drooling with intensely. Not the note breakdown I was expecting to see, but the olfactive chart here gives a lot of promise. Aromatic, amber, spicy, leather. They never do give you the full note breakdown. Some of the flankers, they give you 3 notes. So, and it smells like a bunch of different things. Like Strong With You Amber, for example. They don't give white florals. I smell jasmine clear as day. Amber wood. Cinnamon. They don't list the cinnamon. They list lavender, vanilla, and amber, I think. Fiery, hot spice, white floral, amber, super ambery. Like, they never tell you the full story. But most of the time, they're going to give you what's the main things you should smell. That's what this is supposed to indicate. So, again, this leather in the olfactive chart throws me off, gives me hope, but throws me off a little bit. And the bottle looks eerily similar to the Absolutely flanker. It doesn't, clearly it's not a black gradients at the bottom. So I guess this is going to be the main lineup. The original, Intensely, Absolutely, and Parfum. Are all the others getting discontinued? That's what that would indicate to me, because that's a marketing picture. That's from Armani Beauty. So not the black gray. It's pretty looking. Definitely pretty looking. I am all for it. I'll probably end up with 100 ml, even though I don't need 100 ml. It'll just, it's basically going to determine what Fragrance Buy gets, because that they usually get them first, like not too long after they release. So I'm gonna buy it from Fragrance Buy. That's where I've gotten almost literally, I think, all of them. I think literally every single one I've gotten came from Fragrance Buy, except maybe one. I'm trying to think which one. Did I get Strong With You Intensely from Perfume Online before I was with Fragrance Buy? I might have gotten that one from them. But aside from that, and the original EDT, I didn't get that one from there. The rest of them come from Fragrance Buy, so I'll probably just buy this from Fragrance Buy. So I won't get it as immediately when it launches. I'm not going to race for the views like some of these other dickheads will. I say dickheads just to be funny. I mean, more power to them. They'll look. when you do this full time, it's wise to be the first if you can to on something that's going to get the views. You know what I mean? Because later it won't get the same view. When I do it, it won't get the kind of views like when Ashton and Dallas, because they're going to do it immediately. They're going to pay full retail. They might even buy it from overseas and all that other shit. I get it. I know if I just wait a month, I can save 30 or 40 bucks. I'm fucking saving 30 or 40 bucks. I'm just telling you right now. I don't have to have it so bad because I know I'm going to get it, and I know where I want to get it from is going to stock it before everybody else as far as discounters. So but you never know, they might get it 2 or 3 weeks after. That has happened with new releases. So I'm going to bide my time with that. But I am excited about this. I will own this. I won't be the first to own this. This is not one I'm racing for. I seldom race for them, guys, because it's not that serious to me. I'm not racing for it, but I will own it. What do you guys think? Let's pull this down. Let's talk about it before we move on to another one, because we're going to talk about more than just 2 fragrances here. What do you guys think? Love Decus. Which one would I choose? Both, because they're not the same. One's very heavy on vanilla and patchouli. The other one's super heavy on incense. They both have incense, but Boss Bottle Elixir is like mainly incense. Yeah, the only time I do or verses is when they're the same fragrance. When they're not the same fragrance, I'm going to tell you both. You'll notice I do that in comments, like in my videos. I'm going to tell you both if they're not the same. Because if there's not a justifiable battle because they're very similar to one another, I'm going to tell you both. Because I'm not going to make that purchase and decision for you. Because that's what people want me to do. Tell me what to buy. No. I'm going to give you my opinion on the fragrances, and then you got to be big boys and girls and choose the blind buyer sample. That's what I do. I give you my opinion on the fragrances. That's what I make the videos for. You then choose how you want to go from there. Write off my opinion. Ask, screw him. I don't agree with that. Oh, I want to sample it. I'm buying a bottle right now. One of those 3 is usually the case, but all 3 of those are not going to be me making your decision for you. Got to be a big boy here, Andres. You got to make your decision. You're gathering research. You got to choose what you want to do with it. Because I'm going to say both. Now, if you want to ask me 9 p.m. or Ultra Meal, I'm going to tell you the cheaper one, believe it or not. I'm going to tell you 9 p.m. Let's say you want to ask me Stronger With You absolutely, or Azara the Most Wanted. That's one that happens a lot. Those are extremely similar. That's when I'll tell you, well, I prefer Strong With You absolutely here. Even though the Most Wanted is my favorite version of Wanted, I'll take the Stronger With You line over the Wanted line. See where I'm coming from? They got to be really similar for me to give you which I would pick between the 2. Aside from that, I'm going to tell you both, because guess what I would really do? Buy both. That's what I do. I would buy both. You're asking what I would do. I would buy both. That doesn't mean you should. See where I'm going? I'm not going to make your decision for you, my man. Been a while since I've been able to watch and catch Bentley Momentum Unbreakable. Really good. Green, elegant, earthy, iris heavy. Doesn't get talked about enough. Ordered some Seraphine Blue and Seraphine Red today. Excited to get my note. I hope you enjoy them. I haven't spent enough time with it to give an educated opinion. A well-versed opinion. I've only smelled it once. I don't own it or anything like that. So it's not, I can't really give a good evaluation on it. I'd have to revisit. I mean, you could say that about half the line. Did they need it? You know? From the notes, it looked like it might be a deeper take on the. That's what I would want it to be, because they've twisted it so many times and it always dries down to the original. Like, they flank her properly. I got to give them the pat on the back. They flank her the right way. They're not just selling off the name. It always is a twist on the original. So if you're going to do a Parfum on the original, it needs to smell like a Parfum version of the original. Don't change a lot. Make it much, much deeper and heavier and thicker. Voila. Put it on the market. That's what I'm hoping it smells like. No, there's tons of redundancy in that line, but I like the twists. I like the nuances. They're not all the same. They might dry down extremely similar because they're flankered properly. King of redundant with good fragrance. Hey, man, I'm right there with you. If you're the king, that makes me the prince then. To me, the best money can buy ever, the most inoffensive, easy to like, Versace Pour Homme. I firmly believe that's the real king of the office. I think that works in the most strict of office settings because there are fragrance regulations in some office settings. Sometimes you're not even allowed to wear anything. So I think that's the most inoffensive money can buy. I know, man, I haven't seen it in stock in a bit. Even in this morning, it was out of stock. But I mean, you can always click notify me. I do this shit all the time. That's how I get all these random fragrance buy hauls. So I'm waiting on one thing, and next thing you know, I buy 4 or 5. That's my favorite. That's why I talked about it this morning. Definitely my favorite. Yeah, there's a lot of it, but there's certain ones I get really excited for, you know, because I'm at my core, I'm more of a designer guy than anything else. Like I know the Middle Eastern stuff and the clones are like the hot topic, and you know we got the niche snobbery because there's some really good, really good niche stuff out there. But at my core, give me a likable designer that I enjoy wearing, and I'm good to go. I mean, literally. I got a clone and 2 designers is what the plan is. Well, 2 clones and 2 designers. So I worked at Lodge Island last night. You know, I enjoy the niche and I wear the niche here and there some weeks more than others, but boy, give me good designers. And I'm rolling. I'm ready to go. Nice and woody spice. They're all good. There's not a bad one. Yeah, oh yeah, that came out 2023. It might have been the very beginning of this year, but I think it was in 2023. Oh yeah, but I mean it's because it's Baccarat crystal and 500 ml. Who needs that? The thing's huge. It's beautiful. I've seen it in person. Was it Nordstrom or Neiman's that had it when I went to Tampa? I've seen the bottle. It's gorgeous, but such a ridiculous purchase. Like who? Somebody with a couple billion that just wants to like fuck it, I bought it kind of thing. Like, look, I bought it. You know, outside of that, of course, you think that Giants fan. Alexander. I don't know any Alexanders. I don't know whom you're asking about. I like Strong With You Amber quite a bit. Can't go wrong with Strong With You line. It may just be, it's possible. They always, every time they have a shot at it being the best one. For me, it's between tobacco and leather because I really like the tobacco release. I need to throw that back in rotation. The tobacco release, their newest one, pretty damn good. It's the spiciest one of the bunch. It's really not all that much tobacco. It's more of a spicy, fiery, hot, spicy fragrance than anything. A little bit of earthiness, but oh, people are going to bitch about it more than love. Like, there's some people that are going to love it, but you're going to hear the bullshit's always the most vocal and loudest, right? You're going to hear the people bitching about redundancy, what a terrible release, and I don't listen to that shit. And I'm a shill. Armani must be paying me. It'll be me and anybody else that likes it that makes content. They'll say that about who the fuck cares? It's good as good. And I have faith in the line. Even Only, which is my least favorite, I quite like. So I can find the good in most. See, that's a good one. So if you want dead accurate Ram Silver, if you want better quality with a twist, because it's fruity apple instead of the juicy pear, 9 p.m. So I would take 9 p.m. still. I have Ram Silver. Ram Silver like really walks the path of being like pretty spot on to Ultra Male, but I prefer that apple twist with the better quality of 9 p.m. And it probably will be. Talking about magnetic. So magnetic versus, oh yeah, those smell nothing alike. That's even worse. I must have read it wrong. So that's even worse than Boss Bottled Elixir versus Invictus Victory Elixir. That's even further apart from being similar. Yeah. That smells nothing. This kind of got this like wheat field. You ever walked through a field of wheat before? That brand Absolute note? That's what it reminds me of. With that fruitiness of the Meninka, that's quite good. Before Boston Elixir came out, I thought that was the best one. And they followed it up with what's actually the best one. But that's another situation. Like, it didn't get better. I still say both. And I have video on that as well. Yeah, I'm dead serious, Andreas. I made it funny, and I guess I don't know. Some people would call me a dick for saying what I really think because the internet. I hope you didn't take it that way. I was very genuine with everything I said. You know, they're actually not similar. Are you saying you find they're similar? Because I don't find they're that similar. Magnetic's really not all that sweet. Um, Intensely doesn't really have a lavender smell. Kaylin doesn't care for lavender either. You get plenty of lavender in amber. What's wrong with you? Amber's got a bunch of it at the top. Um, Probably the intensely and the tobacco would be the two for you to explore. Those for sure, I know, don't have any lavender. They don't smell like they have it, anyways. I could be wrong on the note breakdown, but I don't think they have any. They don't smell like lavender. But this one's actually pretty masculine, though. Yeah, it doesn't have. It's got sage, so it still has an aromatic smell, but it's not lavender. And where's intensely? Pretty sure that doesn't have lavender. Yeah, no lavender. It's got juniper and pink pepper. It does have lavender. I don't remember it smelling like lavender much, though. I mean, most of them smell pretty similar to one another. So if you don't like the ones that you know for sure have lavender, you probably won't like any of them, realistically. It's like oud for the Saints colors, yeah, for sure. Who dat, no doubt. Oh wow, yeah, we could definitely do better than that. Yeah, we got 158 in the chat right now currently. Let me click refresh real quick. We're gonna dive into that Apex flanker. I'm very curious. We got 81 likes, 156 watching. You're better than that, guys. I know y'all can do better than that. I did have a pretty good day. Rumors of Explorer Parfum or Intense coming. I haven't heard that yet. I'm sure as it makes its way through the grapevine, I'll probably hear about it. And sounds good. I hope it smells like a Parfum version of Explorer, richen up Explorer. That'll make it even better. I don't want an Intense. I mean, it'd be fine, but I'd rather see a Parfum, personally. Yeah, tobacco's it's between that and absolutely and leather. That's like my top three. Are you asking Alexandria too? Because no, I'd mentioned that a minute ago. I do not own it. I've only smelled it one time. Well, I can't say nothing yet, but in a few days we'll be doing a split screen again, and there's some announcements, and yeah, there's good shit coming. Stuff I'm excited about, anyway. That's a good one. Gritty Decimo, I've heard good things about. Quest, good to see you, sir. Lost in Paris from Roja. I don't know. I've never tried it. Never tried it, man. Rafe, good to see you, sir. On my out driving on my grind. Mail call and send of the day. Fort Manuel late harvest. One of the best tobacco cherry flavors. Ooh, tobacco and cherry. You have piqued my interest, sir. You still didn't spell it right. You keep saying Alexander. It's Alexandria. You're forgetting the IA every time. I know you meant Zerzov. The first time I thought I was making a joke. I knew you were saying Alexandria. But you're like, what's your take on Alexander? It's like, I don't know any Alexanders. I was taking it for how it was written, but I knew what you meant. And it's so, yeah, I only smelled it once, and I'm not, like I said, I haven't educated myself well enough on the profile to really give a solid opinion on it. I don't remember it well enough, honestly. The scent flankers always come out in like freaking January. It's every year. And they always hold strong. You ever notice that shit? The scent flankers will come out first or second, like right away, beginning of the year. And by the end of the year, they're still one of the best to come out. Hugo Boss got it figured out the last couple of years. There you go. Virtus Vanilla Oud. Excellent choice, sir. Nothing, because I wasn't feeling it today. Hey, man, days like that happen. Not all the time. Out the shower, it happens more times than not, but I usually spray something during the day. I rarely won't. Very rare. But out the shower, sometimes I don't. I think so. It's kind of like a Strong with You mixed with Instant Crush from Mancera. It's got that jasmine amberwood smell, fiery hot cinnamon, lavender, very bright lavender, with some vanilla. I think it's underrated. My favorite Xerjoff Mephisto. Not even close. Love it. Better than Silver Mountain Water. Freeze is phenomenal. It's sad. I think it got discontinued. It's still available, though. You can see it. We're going to look at that one. Fucking Fabulous Parfum. We're going to look at that in a moment. I doubt it. I highly doubt that. Six from Jeremy is a great choice if you like the Lamal OG. Some twist on it with spices. I haven't tried any of the Supers fragrances. I've heard good stuff, though. I've heard good stuff about the whole line. So skipping on down, Acqua di Gio Profumo just got Enclave, Boundless, and Bois Imperial Extrait in the mail. Somebody spent some money on some good shit. I haven't tried Bois Imperial Extrait. I've tried the original, but Boundless and Enclave, and you're wearing Profumo? I don't know what else to say. Fuck. When it's due, it's due. Soft live stream clap. Excellent, man. Excellent. We got more to get into. I'm trying to skip down. Nerd says, Dua's Tux and Cognac. Never tried that. Eager to see, sir. So skipping on down. My collection and thought, what if an earthquake happened? No, I live in Florida. If an earthquake happens, something's wrong with the earth. No. The most commonplace earthquakes happen, I'm very far from. Yeah. I see stupid shit like that in my videos. Sometimes people, one earthquake and it's over, bro. You know how many, every day of my life, I debate on putting a video out with the comments turned off just to see if it'll still get enough views. And the only place to talk to me is here. Because I read some stupid fucking shit every day of my life from some stupid fucking humans that are allowed to type. I read some. And that's the example I gave is nothing. Nothing compared to some of the stupid shit that I read. And I want to disable comments across every platform I have so badly and just talk to you guys. And that's it. Just here is where I talk because you guys are the ones that are y'all the real ones. You know what I mean? So it's like y'all are the ones that are here for me. So because not every view is a good person. Not every view is someone that actually likes me. Not every view is a logical human being. Some views are mouth breathers, and they try to show me they are. I read some stupid shit. My God, moving on. Anybody wants to crucify me for telling the truth? Go for it. You'd probably one of them mouth breathers if you got a problem with it. So on that note, hope that was entertaining for some, but I fucking meant every word. Guerlain Homme Intense. I've never tried that one. I've tried Guerlain Homme once. I don't remember it well enough. I know Justin had me try it once. Off 9 p.m. We were just talking about that a minute ago. I think it's good stuff. 3 sides on a border. Noted. Kenzo Homme Marine. Oh, that's such a great aquatic. The newest one I didn't care for. It's still right here. Randy had sent me a decant. I thought it was still right here. It's not right here. Shit. I thought it was. It's over here. Got decants all over the place now. I'd have to look for it. Yeah. Look, we all end up breathing through our mouth, but if the mouth, that's what I mean by mouth breathe. Just look like a dumbass, you know? Yeah. There's plenty of them out there in these streets. Stay safe in these streets, people. I'm going to tell you. The mouth breathers are out there. All right. I've never tried Purpose, so it's kind of weird for me to check out the extrait when I've never smelled the original. But this beautiful ass looking bottle. Oh, this is the reason we did this live stream. And I haven't been wearing either version of Apex, but I just think it's so good. And I love what they did with Elysium Eau Intense. That's why I have such high hopes here. And the bottle just looks so good. It's the same gradient design as Elysium Eau Intense, but green instead of blue. Doesn't that look, it can't just be me. Doesn't that bottle look great? I just think that looks great. I will own this. Whether they send it or I buy it, I will own this. If I buy it, I'm waiting until it hits discounters. If they send it to me, it'll be when they launch it. I don't know what's going to happen. Fingers crossed. Whichever way it happens, I will own this. Whether I buy it or it gets sent to me, I don't give a shit. No notes. Really? Like that, huh? One moment, please. Yeah, we're live right now, and I just wanted to let you know that the the Apex O Intense page is blank. No notes, no olfactive pyramid, nothing. Just figured I'd bring that to your attention. iFragrance. Figured I'd let him know. I don't know if he knows, because there's nothing. Oh, here we go. We got amber, aromatic, citrus green. I'm thinking fresher, even though it's O Intense. I'm thinking this is going to be the freshest one. Man, I wish we had some notes. We don't have a description. We don't have shit. We got this olfactive chart to guess. So it's an amber, aromatic, citrus, and green. They're going to be main accords. I mean, I could have guessed that. I expect very green, citrus. It's going to be woodsy as well. It's going to be based around the first two's DNA. I wonder if the pineapple is still going to be in there and be very present, or is it going to be more about the citrus, the orange, and stuff this time? I'm super excited. I'm so disappointed right now. I wanted to read these notes. This is the whole reason I'm doing this stream. I mean, we're going to stream anyway, but this is why this fragrance is why it's this topic. Damn it. God, that bottle looks so good, though. It looks so good. It's like they didn't finish putting the page together. They were in such a hurry to put it out. That's what it looks like. Fragrance is still under embargo. He'll be able to add the full note soon and the description. Well, all right then. He responded quickly. So that's unfortunate. I really wanted to look at this. And this is the only place that has it that I know of. So it's not on Roja Parfums' site. Damn. I was rather excited. Well, let's look at something else for the time being. We will revisit that. In a few days, we'll be doing this again. We'll revisit. Hopefully, it'll be up by then. Let's look at a fucking fabulous Parfum, which I don't dislike the original. I just never cared enough to want a bottle of it because it's not like it's not pricey. It's expensive. The new scent reveals the excessive usage of sensual leather, cozy balsamic notes, and intense aromatics for more texture and depth. So leather and resins. Oh shit, that changes things a lot. This amber leather artwork is heightened by the power of leather, elevated smoky tonka beans, along with fir balsam notes to achieve the maximum intensity. A fragrance so fabulous, there's no more fitting name for it. An aromatic leather fragrance with keynotes of leather, balsamic notes, aromatic notes, amber, tonka bean, fir balsam, absolute. Aromatic, spicy amber leather. Did they accidentally put this? Because this is the exact same thing from for Strong With You Parfum. This is the exact same. I bet you that's what happened. Because that's why the leather accord was throwing me off on Strong With You Parfum. I bet you that's what happened. This is the exact same chart. But these notes, that looks different from regular fucking fabulous. Bitter almond, tonka bean, lavender, clary sage, iris leather, amber, blonde. So the green element, the fir resin, fir balsam's a green resin, by the way. That's a game changer. Fir balsam is a game changer. That note alone makes me want to try this. That's a decant I will be getting. Ranked 34 in unisex perfume. Almost 3,000 ratings. It manages an 8 out of 10. That's impressive. That is impressive. This does this. This has promise. And the black is very sleek compared to the black and white. The blacked out look, it's very sleek. Okay, I'm a bit more excited than I thought I would be out of this because of this note right here for a Balsam Absolute. That's a game-changing note in a fragrance. For a Balsam always stands out. Thoughts? Please weigh in. It might be enough to compel me to spend the money on a 50 ml. I don't know. I don't know. Coach Open Road, great choice. I do have one, and the name is eluding me right now. The Nigerian Giant Omas sent it to me. It's not one of the Halfetis, but it is kind of a citrus green, very dapper type of fragrance. EDT coming Wednesday. It's really good. Sweet and almondy. 23 of the Jock Foster. I watched your old video about them. Was bringing nostalgia, like the Griswolds and National Lampoon. Well, I sure appreciate that. Thank you, Joel. Gosh, why? I hope you enjoy it. Pacific Chill, Coastal Breeze. That clone of Pacific Chill is really freaking good. I've heard good things about Panache White though. Mandarin Sky by Armaf. I haven't tried that. It either has lemon or it's smoky or fruity. I want a true Aventus clone that actually performs. I think what you really need, and you're not going to want to fucking hear this, is a bottle of Aventus. If you're gonna want something that copies it completely and gives you the exact same experience, you're never going to be satisfied. You'll never find that fragrance. You could go through 100 of them, and there's more than 100 of them. You will not find the exact same experience. You need to stop buying Aventus clones and start saving for that bottle of Aventus. You can get it for like mid 200s. Or if you want to get a 15 ml, you can get it for less. I'm dead serious, D. If that's your current outlook on the Aventus clones, you will never be satisfied. You will continue to waste money. That is going to be a waste of money for you to keep going. When you could just pool that money, wait, and get what you're really looking for. Because what you really want is to wear Aventus. And if you really want an Aventus wearing experience, I don't care what anybody wants to say, there is no clone that is going to give you the exact feeling and experience of wearing actual Creed Aventus. It just isn't going to happen. No matter how people want to justify and try to convince themselves and then in turn try to convince you that it's exactly the same. That is not reality. You just need to save and get Aventus, dude. If it takes a week, if it takes 3 months, you'll be happier than getting another Aventus clone and being disappointed and then getting another Aventus clone and being disappointed. There's some really good ones out there. I got a bunch of them. I got tons of them. I love exploring the twist on Aventus. That's the most redundant thing I own is that DNA. I have tons of them. Niche, cheap clones, all that stuff. But if you're looking for Aventus, you need to fucking buy Aventus, D. This is the truth, man. Just save up and do it. Bite the bullet. Don't $30 clone fragrance yourself to death when you could have just not did that and bought the real deal because you clearly want the real deal. That's the most honest advice I think you'll ever get on that. Don't click my link and buy the next clone. Save and get your ass a bottle of Aventus, man. You'll be so much happier, dude. February. Look at the scent advice for the notes. What you talking about, AJ? Scent advice is another place you're talking about. Oh, shit. All right. Never heard of this place. We're checking it out. Thank you, AJ. Oceania is amazing. I'm with you on that. Well, it's coming out before spring, so that's cool. February is a good time. AJ. I seem to be running into the same issue. I was told it's under embargo right now, that they're not allowed to release. So clearly it's not just them. No, 25. Yes. It loaded up for you. What the fuck? It didn't load up for me. Shit. Okay. I'm just going to go. I don't know. We're experiencing technical difficulties, apparently. Mandarin pineapple. So the pineapple is still there, and the orange. I was curious if it'd be more orange this time. Fir balsam. Yay. Frankincense, sandalwood, leather. That can't be the only notes. It's a Raja Dove creation. There ain't no way that's the only notes. That's missing at least 15 to 20 notes. Not no Raja Dove fragrance. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Uncle Raja type experience is what I've been explained. It's like Uncle Raja. Because, like, prime example, Elysium O Intense, that's the exact same note breakdown as the other two versions of Elysium, which both versions of Apex are identical note breakdowns. What it is he rebalances everything. He uses the same oils, but he rebalances the formula. He just reworks it with the same materials. And that's what the O Intense is going to be. It'll be the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like this, that's most definitely going to be some notes in it, but that damn sure ain't all the notes. I appreciate you, Dre, for putting that up there. It's a good basis to get us an idea. Yeah, the bottle's gorgeous. Oh my God, is that bottle gorgeous? I definitely want it. Oh, Purple Sapphire from Sammy Andrus is like pretty close. Like really freaking close. Purple Sapphire, SammyAndrus.com, Sammy Andrus Fragrances. You get 30 mLs. I actually have a video on it too. It's really, really close. Booze and spices, the whole nine. It's really freaking good. Precious Treasure, excellent choice. The Boz has arrived, huh? What's going on, Boz? Good to see you, man. I hope you enjoy it, Boz. My bottle is right here. I keep it handy. Handy and dandy. Boxing Day. It's right after Christmas. Literally right after Christmas. Understandable. Ooh, yeah, for sure. The Gentleman line. Mm-hmm. If you like Iris, you're in for a treat. Most of them are Iris fragrances. Literally almost all of them. All but like one. Just Society. It smells kind of like it has it, but they don't list it. Society Extreme has it. But all the regular Gentleman EDP, Boisé, the EDT Intense, all of them. Reserve Privé like I'm wearing today, they all got Iris. And that's the thing. Don't let if you don't like the original, don't let it steer you away from Eros Energy or Eros Flame. They're different enough. Eros Flame still has the Eros DNA, but it's a great twist. I think it's for those of you that grew up with Eros Flame, if you still love the core of it, is the next logical step. It doesn't venture away from it completely. Sometimes somebody's just got to say it to you. Even if you were thinking it, you just got to hear it from somebody else. I'm glad I could be that person for you, because God's honest truth, you're going to $30, $40 fragrance yourself to death and just keep getting disappointed. If that's based on what you said before, if that's how you feel, you're not going to find one that's going to satisfy you. You just won't. You're looking for a Ventus. You're not going to find a Ventus without getting a Ventus. Sometimes that is the answer, is getting the original. That's clearly the answer for you, my man. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it takes a week, 3 months, 6 months. I don't know your financial situation. You'll be happier. You'll appreciate it more because you got the real one. You'll enjoy it more. You'll have more pride in that bottle. You know, there's good clones out there. There's really good ones. At the end of the day, none of them are a Ventus. None of them. I don't care what anybody wants to say. They're not a Ventus. A Ventus is a Ventus. Some of them just smell really close to a Ventus. They're really similar, or kind of like it, or a little bit like it. There's so many twists and carbon copies that are not quite carbon copies, and just all of that. I haven't sprayed that in so long. Spicy Aqua de Joe, basically. Because that's what's going to happen. If by the time you get to 3 of them and you're not satisfied in any way, don't keep doing it. It's not going to get better. Because for some people, they can't get enough. They'll get a dozen of them. I got way more than that. I'm one of those people. I got way more than that. I like seeing all the different ways they can twist it. I'm still waiting on Aquatic Aventus. I haven't really come across an Aquatic Aventus. Not like I envision one in my mind anyways. But the only thing that's Aventus is Aventus. That's a good one too. Still not Aventus. Really good one though. Really close. Yeah, if you find one you like, there's no reason to keep going, honestly. It's just going to continue redundancy. You know, it's different for me. I'm reviewing them. I make content every single day. It's a totally different scenario for me. Whereas for any of you that don't make content, you just consume, whether it's content or product and stuff like that, you just consume and enjoy. You don't want crazy redundancy. I would think you don't anyways. It's inevitable for what I do. The redundancy is necessary, honestly. It's going to happen. It's part of the comparisons and all that stuff. All of them, including the old original 1976 OG. I could believe it. Yeah, I could believe it. So does Nose Fragrances. They do too. iFragrance is always the first to drop it. Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm all about the baby blue. Go Heels, you know, Tar Heels. Bless Baraka got me some very interesting reactions, especially from women. I think that's a fair assessment, boss. Yeah. I mean, it's the way I put it's kind of harsh, but it's the truth. The real answer. You just need to save up and get Aventus, man. You'll be so much happier. You'll continue to waste money until you do it. You'll look back. You're going to get that bottle of Aventus. People, oh, I wish I'd have got half of the ones I got. Because I mean, you might have 6. Like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have got more than 2 now. I could have saved that $120 or $150 that those other 4 costed me. Or even $200. Depends. You might have got some $60, $70 ones too. They vary in price for sure. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I've been wearing the hell out of them. I wear them all the time. Italian Zest, and I've probably been wearing this the most because I've been spraying more liberally since I got 2 bottles now. I just love it. I love the citron in this one. Thank you again, Ray. Beauty of Capri. It's a beautiful fragrance. It really is. Italian Zest just makes me happy to have. That's why I wore it the other day. It doesn't have the Eagle logo on the atomizer. I never even looked. I never thought to look. It's over on the shelf over there. Yeah, a lot of people make a pretty damn close one, but yeah, it's none of them. Aventus is Aventus. You said it as well. There's other ones coming too. Perfume Box won't tell me what. I won't say his name, but the rep I deal with, he won't tell me what. But there's another Hawass flanker I mentioned. Oh, fire! Yeah, Jeremy Lin. He's like, not that one. I was like, oh, I heard there's a pink one too. He's like, not that one either. He's like, stay tuned. We're gonna send one your way when it's time. I was like, oh, all right. Color me intrigued. Fuck, I'll check out any new Hawasses. Sure, you know. Because I was talking to him the other day. He's like, oh, by the way, we were texting. Oh, by the way, gonna be sending one of these your way when time rolls around. I was like, oh, is it this? He's like, nope, not that one. Oh, I heard this one. No, it's not that one either. Oh shit. So I got a bunch of Hawasses coming. Rasasi's about to milk the shit out of that name. And we all gonna just sop it up like sponges. They're gonna spill that milk, and we're gonna be bounty paper towels coming right behind to scoop all that shit up. That's me and you. We're guilty of that stuff. Good to see you, sir. So let me skip down. Let's look at some more fragrances, you know? Yeah, by the time you spend the $100 or whatever on one of those, you'll be like, damn. Plus the other clones, I could have a bottle of Aventus with what I've spent already. See what I'm saying? I would pump the brakes on any more Aventus clones if I were you, D. Based on your situation and the info you gave me, I wouldn't buy a single another one. I would just getting that bottle of Aventus at some point. Angry Tomato, long time no see. Good to see you. Tonka Imperial from Guerlain. Never tried it, but the house is amazing, so I have faith in them. I don't know. I'm not sure. Patchouli Dust. Never heard of this. Insidious from Inside of Parfums. The best event. And everybody's got their best. Everybody's got the one they feel is the closest or the best smelling one. Everybody's got their favorite, you know? So the Royal Mayfair one, according to Chris, though, fragmental, it's identical. I was just referencing that one. I know they changed the bottle for original Santal, original Vetiver, and all that. As far as I knew, as far as I understood, is the thing I should say. They weren't changing any of the formulas, but hey, if they change the original Santal and it's different enough, I will buy it. Because I'm getting Centaurus and Delphinus at some point in 2025. I told you guys from the start. I'm going to wait and let that kind of slowly trickle down under 300 because they're still over 300. I want them to trickle down under 300 because they're more expensive than Aventus and shit. Like they're $100 more than Aventus from discounters. No, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to own them. I ain't in a rush. I know if I wait, I can get that shit in the mid 200s at some point. Now I'll do that. I'll put Centaurus. I'm totally cool with spending 250 on it. 350. I don't want to do it. 330. I don't want to do it. 300. Period. I don't want to do it. Get me in that 250 range, not a tester. 250 range and have the cap and all that shit, and I will buy a bottle. All right, so we're gonna skip down because I want to dive into some more fragrances. Delphinus. That's the orange bottle. Yeah, it's amazing. They're both amazing. Great releases. Great releases. Had I had the bottles, they would have been featured in my luxury releases from, I think it was yesterday's video. They would have been in there. Absolutely, both of them. I didn't have bottles. I was like, hey, look, here's this Crete sample. This is a great release. I don't want to do that. If I'd have had the bottle, I would have. All right, so we looked at fucking Fabulous. We tried to look at least, I keep saying Elysium, Apex O Intense. We looked at Strong With You Parfum. Before we take a look at Purpose 50, let's see what else we got. Bois Talisman from Dior. Colonia Tu Profumo from Acqua di Parma. Ooh, Eternity Amber Essence. Interesting. I still haven't gotten last year's release. Well, this year's release. Clean Accord. What's it smell like? It smells clean. What's clean smell like? I don't know, clean. Smell clean. I know it's clean. But can you describe clean? No, it's just clean. Like 409? Nah, not chemical. Just clean. You see the problem with explaining that? Italian Mandarin, Amber, Bourbon, Vanilla, and Benzoin. Okay, so a warm base. Very warm base. You got heart is amber. Base is basically more amber and vanilla. With a clean accord. It's going to smell good. It's a Calvin Klein Eternity release. It's going to smell good. It's just not going to be special. I can almost guarantee that. You know what else I can almost guarantee? It's going to smell clean. Amen to that, right? Amber Spicy. Easy enough, right? So what's the spice? Is it the clean accord? Is that what's making it spicy, the clean accord? Or is it supposed to be the benzoin, the amber accord? It's not real amber. That's interesting. What about that spicy? It probably does smell spicy. I'm just saying based on the information provided. What about that is spicy? I'm just going to act like the clean accord. I made enough jokes, dry jokes about clean accord. Let's act like that's not there. So warm citrus and vanilla. Probably solid. What is it going to smell similar to? I don't know, but probably something. It'll remind you of something. It's not a clone of anything. I'm confident in that. But it'll have some similarities of something. We're always reaching, trying to tie it to something, right? I'm curious. This definitely has my curiosity. I like the color of the bottle. It's almost like plum-like color. If that's actually how it looks like in person, I think it's a great choice. It's like a faded plum. A brownish hued purple. I like it. I like the color. That looks good. I keep thinking plum, like a faded plum color. There's more purple than it is brown, but I can see both hues in it. It's not just me, right? I know I'm not colorblind. Parfum Intense. There's promise here, so let me catch it for $50 or less. I'll buy it. That's the value I see on an Eternity Flanker. What do you guys think? Promising? Pass? Not interested? Only if it's $25. And I know that some people will say that. You guys let me know. I hear my 11-year-old son has discovered my bottle and has now claimed it as his own. Oh, wow. You know, that was the age for me. When I was in, it was either 5th or 6th grade. I think it was 5th. Because I was 10 years old in 5th. Yeah, so 10, 11 years old. That was the start of Tommy Hilfiger, mid 90, 95, 96, 95, 96, you know. So I can relate, and I can certainly appreciate that. The young man's got great taste at his age. I had very similar taste. You should make sure to get that young man a nice couple Tommy shirts to go with his Tommy Hilfiger cologne. Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. That's awesome. Luckily, it's cheap. You can always get another bottle if you start missing it, right? Actually, now's a good opportunity for you to graduate to Montal's Fougere Marine. Niche Tommy. Let him have Tommy. You get Fougere's Marine. It's not like $70. US, anyways. Yeah. You called me mate, so I'm assuming you're not in the US. It would be bro if you were here. If you were here. You know, it's the same thing. It's the American version of the European mate is American bro, which I honestly rather be called mate at this point. I get tired of hearing bro because everybody says bro. God, everybody says bro. Luckily, designers have been stepping. They have been. So especially Hugo Boss, man. My God. Probably Rosa Ocean EDP on a rainy day. Enjoy. I mean, I'm wearing a phenomenal designer today. Gentleman Reserve Privé is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning. Elite tier stuff for the cooler weather. And it's not all that cool. It was 70 today. I got some cooler weather coming in the next few days, but I just wanted to wear it. Just like Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. I'm wearing that tomorrow. It's not going to be cold tomorrow. It's 63 degrees right now. It's not hot. Tomorrow's forecast for that spicy, nutty fragrance is high of 75, low of 63. Doesn't get into the 50s till this weekend as far as the highs. I heard it was. That's why I didn't buy it. It's been in stock forever at Fragrance Buy. The Sexy Accord. That is in the Webster's Dictionary. And it shows creator, Jeremy Fragrance. It's a real Accord. What's it smell like? It smells sexy. Fresh and sexy. Sexy boys, sexy girls. Whoops. Accidentally went full screen, like really, really full screen. Gigantic ass screen I got. Mr. Vircher. Good to see you, sir. Charuto Tobacco Vanille. That's so close to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. I'm not. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and get it from Fragrance Buy for $30 or $40 less. I might. Usually they get them pretty quick. I'm gonna do that. What's gonna bother me is if Sloma Shop gets it first, and I'm gonna be like, oh, because that's what I did with Eros Energy. But they did good. I got it in a week. They were actually Joma Shop and not Sloma Shop for that one order. Tune in to my live stream later this week. We may be discussing a new fragrance that he's working on. That's all I'll say. I'll stick with dude. That's more our generation, though, Kyler. Bro was around. Bruh was around more than bro when we were younger. But dude, that's Gen X carried into millennial was dude. Zero thoughts. I have not tried it. I don't buy outrageously priced fragrances. Boudicca is fucking, I ain't got it like that. I ain't buying none of them. They want to send me one? Cool. I ain't buying shit. Their stuff is too expensive. My man EQ got expensive taste and he can swing it like that. More power to him. I know he's like the Boudicca guy on YouTube. I love my guy EQ. That house just ain't for me. I ain't got it like that. I ain't got it like he got it. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy EQ. That ain't for me. You need to check out a quality fragrances if you want to hear anything about Boudicca. TLTG Reviews channel is not going to be your source for anything Boudicca moving forward, unless they decide they want to send me one, which I doubt. Because even then, I'll tell you, I would have never bought it had they not sent it to me. Because every crazy expensive fragrance I've ever had sent to me, I've said, because they're usually really good. And it's like, this is what I think, blah, 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 blah. But had they not sent it to me, I would not have bought this crazy expensive bottle, because that's my reality. I don't spend cheese on one fragrance like that. Can I? Sure. Am I going to? Fuck no. I could do so much more with the amount of what one of those bottles cost. Yeah, I don't even remember what size. It's like 49-inch or some shit like that. And then I got my 27 up there. I can do multiple windows all over the place and drag shit. That's what I wanted. This is where I live at this computer most of the time. Mr. Madden, Fragrance Champ, good to see you, sir. I'm going through a Slow-Mo Shop, and a lot of people do. I nicknamed them Slow-Mo Shop for a reason. Oh, no, don't do that. You can get it for like $65. Don't do that. It pops in and out of stock from Fragrance Buy, and I want to say, who else had it recently for like 66? I think Fragrance Net. You can get it. That's what I paid. I paid like 64 or 66 or something like that for my 50 ml. Yeah, don't. Just wait. Yeah, for sure. Click notify me. If you're going to do Fragrance Buy, you can always click notify me. They'll email you. They're good about it. I do it all the time. My two friends, I'm getting fragrances. I mean, those are phenomenal picks. Those are phenomenal picks. Like for gifts, I got Polo EDT for the young fellas. I got Acqua di Gio Profondo, the new version, for my godson. I got Spice Bomb Extreme for my cousin. I forgot what I got for my grandmother and my mom. We got one of the Good Girl fragrances for my mom because she loves the bottle. I want to say I got her Very Good Girl, like Heidi got, which we love that fragrance. I bought perfumes and colognes. Just call them what they are, right? I got fragrances for everybody because that's what they expect from me anyway. So I show up and I get a bunch of fragrances. Because for Evan and Riley, I got them boys Polo Red EDT because they like to have everything the same, them too. So it's like I got a Micha bottle. It's perfect for a young man. Polo Red EDT, you can't go wrong. It's sweet, fruity, a little powdery, super, super attractive young man fragrance. Yeah, that's it. I know Julie's going to love Spice Bomb Extreme on Jordan. Jordan expects a fragrance every year. Jordan will hit me up looking for some shit all day. Hey, man, when you come into town, man, bring me some shit, all the time. Forgot what I got my uncle. But I'm doing the same thing. I didn't buy any niche for anybody. It's all designers because I bought a lot of fragrances. So I got all designers. But those are phenomenal picks, man. That's a lower line from them, but I'm not. See, I don't even want to sample them because then I run into like what I tell you guys about Mind Games. Like all the Mind Games fragrances, I wouldn't be buying any of those. French Defense, I would have had to buy. French Defense and Mentor would have caused problems. That's the point I was going into. You try some of them, you're like, fuck, I normally don't spend $400 on a bottle. I got to have this, though. That kind of shit happens when you sample something and fall in love with it. You normally don't spend that kind of money on a fragrance. That's Mentor and French Defense for me. Fortunately, they were sent to me for review, but fuck, kind of sampled them and they just randomly, I got samples and be like, damn, I need these now. And that's, I would have bought them. And I just don't wear them enough. They're amazing. Some of the best stuff I own. But like, I don't wear any of them enough. Like, I don't just mean those two. I mean any. I don't wear any of them enough. It's hard to justify a really expensive fragrance at this stage. I just feel like it's got to be something I feel like I need to have in the wardrobe, in the collection for any given moment that the mood strikes me to wear it. I have to feel that way to start spending over 200, which I do. I do that stuff, but it's not as often. Under $100, I'm blind buying galore. 7-8 fragrances at a time. Variety on good stuff. That's just how I roll. I know. Fragrance Dubois is like that. London Spice is amazing. It's just like $5.50 from Fragrance Buy. Crazy. I like that better than Bleu de Chanel EDP. Not the Parfum, the EDP. I like the twist on it. Two-plus weeks ago. 5 different deliveries. Damn, dude, I am sorry to hear that. 300 is kind of my limit too. Most of the time I try not to go over 250, but I'll do 300 for something. Like I bought Specific Chill was 330, you know. Welcome to my world, man. Look, I got a bunch of shit that was sent to me, but I bought like a large portion of this collection. Over 1,000, way over 1,000 of these bottles have been bought. Disagree. It's way sweeter, not near as smoky, much creamier. Disagree. Ralph's Club Parfum is super versatile. Great choice. Now, look, I've spent over 200 a ton of times. I got a bunch of Creed fragrances, right under 200, and a lot of Parfums de Marly stuff. Like, there's certain niche mass marketing niche brands. It's like, yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. I got a whole giant, vast wardrobe from Pierre Montal between Mancera and Montal. I got like 70, 80, like close to 80 fragrances just from Pierre Montal. And that's all $70 to $110 a piece. Not counting the one I paid retail for recently, Cinque Terre. That's why I try to get ahead of the game. I try to have a plan. It doesn't always shake out that way. Sometimes I'll get something in and I'm like, oh, I'm wearing this tomorrow. Happened with Gritty Siracusa. It's pricey as shit, man, but that's one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. Oh, I can believe it. Yeah, DHL can be a nightmare sometimes. You're going to end up wanting all 3. I don't know. Boss Bottle Parfum is going to be take it or leave it, Iris, for you because it's more earthy green, like a vegetal leather kind of thing. It is a little different. I think it's very good and very underappreciated. It kind of got shit on when it came out by people. I don't agree. I think it's actually a really nice twist for them. What I do agree on is their last 4 releases don't smell like Boss Bottle. The Parfum, the Elixir, Triumph Elixir, or Absolute, none of them smell like Boss Bottle. I don't think. They're all amazing. All amazing fragrances. Some of their best work, but none of them smell like Boss Bottle to me. Agreed. That's tough. They're closer than others. I understand why people ask me that one. Because the one's got thick white florals in the heart, the other's got spices. If you want closer to Absolute Ventus, you want Precious. If you want Absolute Ventus but twisted, you want Supremacy Collector's Edition. I prefer Supremacy Collector's Edition. Hold on. My stepdad calling. Let him know I'm live on YouTube. Bad time. Did you not speak to your wife, who I was on the phone with an hour before this, saying, hey, I'm going live on YouTube in an hour? So I got a little bit of time to talk. Stolen. Oh, wow. Someone ran off. That's about right. Yes, I need to do more houses like that. We'll get back into that after the holidays. We'll definitely get back into that. You preaching to the choir right here, sir. That is my most worn fragrance this year. You're preaching to the choir. I'm the best person for you to say that to. Not the same. You're just trying to be funny, Mo. Not even close to the same. None of them. Triumph Elixir is basically Elixir's incense, but with this odd combination of slightly earthy green, a little bit of patchouli, and bright ozonic violet leaf. It's an odd one, but it works. It really works. With the gym, I get called from this guy. Hey, I got your package. LOL. Just almost given up. Well, thank God it came in. I haven't tried it. I'm sure it's a vanilla bomb though. It's been a long time since I smelled it. I remember it being a chocolate bomb, not really a deep fragrance at all. I'd have to revisit it. That's one I might end up just buying one of these days because I just randomly buy stuff from Montal and Mancera. Got the double type. It glitched. BOP best Sahara of all time. Just saying. I mean, no arguments here, sir. I have more North Carolina hats than LSU. By a few. By probably 4 or 5. Yeah, got more North Carolina. So on that note, let's see if we got any more to check out. Hour 20 in. See what else we got. Really wish I could have seen the full note breakdown on this gorgeous bottle. God, that's such a pretty bottle. It's simple, but so pretty. The gradients to it and the cement gray cap, just pretty. I'd be open to checking this out. For under $50, I'll buy it. Well, we cycled back through. I guess we'll just bullshit a little bit longer before it's Monday Night Mommy. For you wrestling fans, that was Rhea's post earlier. Come see Mommy for Monday night. I certainly will, Rhea. I certainly will. She had a good quote today I shared in my Instagram stories. She made a post. Determination breeds champions, ... and jealousy from sheep. It's like, well, share. I put say it again right above it. Yeah, sure does. So I don't think they're in business anymore, but Flower City Fragrance has this fragrance called Bourbon Vanilla. The tonka beans smell like vanilla bean ice cream. Like it's even got a cooling ice cream kind of thing going. Like it legitimately smells like vanilla bean ice cream. The bourbon's not over the top. It smells like it. It's amazing, but I don't think they're in business anymore. It's amazing. It was an indie house, quality, high-end niche shit. So good. Had on the Gators last week with Tom Ford, Oud Wood, thinking I'm the ish. Well, you know why? Because motherfucker, you were. Got the Gators on and Oud Wood? My man. Don't beat around the bush. Let them know. You were him that night. I love it. Soft live stream clap. That sounds great, my man. Oh, wow. Really piggybacking off that success. I'm here for it. Newt put somebody in timeout, did he? That's funny as shit if he did. Oh, for the BOP comment, that's how you lose a wrench, Dick. You ain't putting him in timeout for saying my fragrance is the best. Hell no. That's how you lose your wrench, Newt. Got your back, Randy. I certainly did. It was nice having Jesse the Body Ventura, having a heel announcer. That was funny as shit. He did a good job. It was funny how he kept saying Kevin Owen instead of Owens, though. That was kind of funny. And then the post-match angle with the package pile driver and all that stuff. It could have been better, but it was a pretty good show overall. I know that stuff's been happening a lot lately. Everybody's robbing these football players' house till they leave security behind and somebody gets shot. Bet you that stuff's going to stop real quick. They're going to say, all right, be on the lookout. Somebody gets on the property. The breaking and entering, shoot. It's just going to take the right player to have that mentality. Not the one that's too over the top worried about their image and more worried about their shit getting robbed. Somebody going to get shot. And it's going to be in the media. They'll be like, well, they need to learn. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying there's a possibility. And that's what's going to slow that shit down. It's going to take somebody to get their ass shot for doing that. Looking forward to what I wish that would have been on here because they had a post on their Instagram about it. Let's go to iFragrance's Instagram. Because they have a post on their Instagram about it. That's one I thought we were going to get to check out. Oh, wow. Some pages are fixed. I'm reading the conversation with iFragrance. Discover the new. So I'm going to read this to you guys. I'm not going to screen share my conversation, but Raja Apex O Intense is a new fragrance from Inset that launched 2025 on the Apex collection. Discover the new Apex O Intense from Roja Parfums, a carnal blend that unleashes the hidden deep desires lurking within. The bottle was revamped to reveal the intense silhouette of deep green hues and sleek edges that reflect the intensity of the new blend. The new fragrance will be available 100 ml. Fragrance olfactory family. The new fragrance features fresh aromatic and green notes. Full notes will be added soon. So this is the description in case you need it until it will be fixed. Sorry for that, bro. So no worries. So I appreciate that. So we got a little bit more info out of it, but here we go. Let's check it out. Bois Pacifique. I haven't looked out. I'm guessing that's turmeric. Turmeric, benzoin, and pine cones is what that looks like. Coniferous notes or something. So let's see what we're working with here. Spicy woody fragrances, powerful woods and fiery spices. Notes of spicy pink cardamom, turmeric, and robust akigala wood add warmth to a resinous frankincense. The multifaceted woods, cedar, oak, and sandalwood bring vitality and liveliness to the intense base of amber and vanilla. So why Pacific? I would think aquatic. It's a sensory journey to endless freedom. Cardamom essence harbors a solar quality, while exotic akigala wood underlines the refreshing spicy note of turmeric, however you say it, which rests upon a solid textured base of woods and spices, lending the blend more intimacy and sensuality. The delicate, comforting, and intense vibes of frankincense essence and orris butter. Oh shit! So it's an iris fragrance. Invite you to lose yourself in nature's beauty, while sandalwood, cedar, and oak are what Bois Pacific is all about. A majestic forest that's lit up by warm rays of sun. All right. So we got cardamom, fresh turmeric, akigala wood, iris, resin, wood, base notes of cedar, oak, sandalwood. I'm probably going to blind buy that. 150 range for a 50 ml. I'm probably going to be in. 125 to 150. See, I like these signature line Tom Fords. That's the Tom Fords I go after. And it's got the oak note from Costa Azura. I wonder if there's no green, there's no aquatic. I was thinking some relation. This name might be a little confusing, but it's got promise. I'm interested. I'm very interested in this. Where was I? Exactly. Let them know. Let them know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to grab that. I'm confident I'm going to like that. Still can't believe how good Precious Treasure is. My third 10 out of 10 and my new absolute favorite fragrance, beating out Burlington 1819 and Seraphine Blue. That's some high praise right there. The story and presentation are unrivaled. I agree. Jesse was awesome. He made it kind of funny. You like that, huh? I never tried it. Their private line stuff, I've only tried Bois d'Argent and Tabacalore. If I were a football player, I'd buy a tiger and let it roam the house while I'm playing. That's not a bad idea. My overall number one designer is, as far as blues, is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. That's the king of the modern blue fragrance. As far as just being a me fragrance, like totally my personality type of fragrance, that's where Seraphine Blue comes in. Defunct Enforcement Bourbon Vanilla is a masterpiece. Yes, it is. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're in business anymore. I'm not surprised to hear that. I do. Isola Blue and Seraphine Blue are the only 10 out of 10s I've ever given. Bleu de Chanel Parfum is, if I was to give a 10 to a designer, it's that. It's that. Let's see. Skip down a little bit because we'll be shutting it down here in just a minute. Oh, I hope not. I hope it's more its own thing. I mean, it depends on your taste, because there's a lot of feminine fragrances that I enjoy. A lot. Yo, boys are wild. Jimmy Choo Man Ice is a masterpiece. Come at me. I mean, I wouldn't use that word when describing it, but hey, if you love it, you love it. Just don't go in the forums with all the toxic dickheads and say that, because they're going to come at you. They're going to internet tough guy you real quick about you loving a fragrance. It's the weirdest shit ever. But yeah, you're safe here. I might joke with you a little bit, but I could care less if that's your favorite. If that's your favorite, I'm happy. I'm happy it's your favorite. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's damn good, though. I think it's damn good. Palace Athene and Argos Parfum. Birth of Venus. I love me some Birth of Venus. I know you meant Ross. Since similar Birds of Paradise. No. I mean, they're not that it reminds me of Birds of Paradise. And they don't even have notes that would indicate the banana smoothie I speak of. It's like chamomile tea and stuff. Creamy woods. Oh, mending. There's mending going on here. There's a new one coming. I forgot what it's called. It's like a red bottle or some shit. There's a new one. I think it was on Parfum. Oh, look. I'll have to see if you can go on here. I don't think it's out yet. That's not what I meant to do. There it is, man. Extreme. Yeah, 2024, so it's out. Black pepper, red thyme, clary sage, geranium, tonka bean, vetiver. When it gets cheap, I'll get it. I'll get it and give it a go. I'll blind buy it. No reviews or anything. It just I don't even know if it's completely out on the market yet, but I just recently saw it get announced on here. Yep. There's a new one for you. Juju, you may love it. You may hate it. Who knows? It's not going to smell like Jimmy Choo Man Ice, though. Clearly aromatic and spicy, sweet, a little woodsy. I'm actually wearing some of Killian's Woman in Gold. It came with my sample. Only one they had, and I loved it. All-time favorite fragrance, Kenneth Cole Reaction. Hell yeah, that's a watermelon fragrance. Don't know if there's a fragrance like that. Oh, no, it don't last for shit. Nothing else reminds me of it. I mean, the closest you can get as far as watermelon fragrances, that's kind of that, I would say, is Dumont Nitro Red. And it's way better, but yeah, Kenneth Cole Reaction. Come on now. It's good stuff. It's like 2 hours, though. Appreciate you, Spencer. Match my cost sweatshirt. So what you're going to do is go to lids.com and buy a North Carolina hat, just like I do. It's in case you're wondering which brand. It's not New Era. It's Top of the World. They're rather cheap. It's probably a $15 hat that I paid for. I bought it to wear to the gym. Legitimately bought this as my North Carolina hat that I work out in. Not going to buy the bottle, however. Understandable. As long as you're enjoying the sample, though. Don't tempt me with a good thing. Hey, you might like it. That's what I'm saying. You might like it. It's out. Sample to Dillards. Okay, so there you go. Hit your Dillards if you want to check out Jimmy Choo Man Extreme. I mean, I'm going out on a whim here. I highly doubt they have it, but for shits and giggles, they do not. I typed it in just to see. I mean, I was confident. Jimmy Choo Aqua is really good, by the way. I don't have the Intense in the original. I used to have the original. I don't think I've ever smelled the Intense, but I have Ice, I have Aqua, I have Blue. One of these days, what the hell? They're cheap. Tester with cap, $24. It smells like Coach for Men. Add it to cart. In case you guys are wondering what the cart looks like, I'll show you in a second. They have a smaller bottle. They do not. That's okay. I was debating on getting the new version of Code. And then I'm getting the 2 bottles of Decas. One for the member giveaway because it's got 75% of the vote. It's going to win. Hey, man, Phantasm. That's why I'm not pulling the trigger yet. I'm going to close the voting probably like Friday. And if it's still winning, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. And then Ombre Sultan. 50 ml for $60. Count me in. I've been meaning to get it for years now. I'd sampled it years ago. Been meaning to get it. So currently my cart is $500 US. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and scoop those. What the hell? I may end up pulling Code out. I don't know. I was just kind of indifferent, just putting something there for the time being. No restock. I check all the time. I always look at that top line. If that top line hasn't changed, they haven't restocked anything. I mean, they might do individual stuff, but as far as a big restock, they haven't done anything since the Black Friday sale. Yeah. That's what I've heard. This is EDT though, because I still don't own the EDT. It's been freaking years. Georgia. You're not going to see that from me. You're just not going to see that. In the Big 12, I rep Colorado. I was repping Colorado before Dion got there. When I was living in Colorado Springs, I was decided to support Colorado when they had one win. So I am not a bandwagon fan, and they're not my main team. This is my main team. LSU, the home team, is actually my secondary team. But in the SEC, go Tigers. Get Brian Kelly up out of there, but go Tigers. Let's see. I don't want it that bad, Joe. Stop reminding me. I don't want it as badly as you want me to have it. Excellent choice. Good to see you, Scott. The Masters, indeed. Yes. Yes. It's the one I ordered. Oregon versus Notre Dame championship. So we're going to end it on that. I appreciate you guys coming hanging with me. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. We're still at 143 as we're shutting it down. I sure appreciate you guys. Seriously. Always thankful to have, even if 20 people want to hang, let alone 150, I appreciate the super chats, a little bit of super chats we got. I appreciate the new member at the All-Star tier. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. We're a week out. It is the 16th. We're roughly a week out from Christmas. We do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is going to be at my cousin's. Christmas Day at my grandmother's. My grandmother's still in the hospital. They have to put her in a nursing home with skilled nurses to help her get her strength back. Turns out she's got my mom explained it to me. Some starts with an S thing that actually antibiotics feeds on antibiotics and makes things worse. So she's on the medication. She's okay. She's just weak, so she's having trouble walking, but should be good to go for Christmas next week. So that's what I was talking to my mom earlier. So that's why we're going to Louisiana for Christmas. We were going to stay here because it's such a hassle traveling with Farrah. We had to get her some CBD trees, try to drug her up a little bit because she's a lot. Farrah's a lot to travel with right now because of all her challenges, and she's on the tail end. But not looking real good for my grandmother for the long-term outlook. So it's like I should go home for Christmas. So that's what we're gonna do. So I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with Go Dogs. Look at you with that bullshit. It's a very sweet oud. If you like Ombre Nomade from Louis Vuitton, you like it. It's similar to that, I find. You have a great rest of your day as well. Appreciate you guys. Catch all these on the way out. Appreciate you, sir. Much love to you as well, Boz. Good to see you. You got that point. Got a point. Yes, I do. Happy holidays to you as well, Randy. Tomorrow, I will be on Sips and Sniffs. We're doing holiday. Jason texted me earlier. The topic. It's going to be me, Jims, and Jason on Sips and Sniffs. Make sure to subscribe to Sips and Sniffs for tomorrow. Where's my conversation with Jason? What's our topic? 5 fragrances for a holiday party. Whether it be Christmas party, for work, with family and friends, Christmas in general. It's going to be good. So we have 15 fragrances total. 5 for Jason, 5 for Jims, 5 for me. Subscribe to Sips and Sniffs. Sips in Sniffs. Go check them out and check us out tomorrow night. Usual time that we're live here. We will be live there. So I appreciate that, Kara. So you guys have a good one. I will see y'all tomorrow on the Sips and Sniffs channel. Y'all have a great evening. Check out today's video if you haven't yet. I would sure appreciate it.